The other day I complimented my coworker. I was like, I love your little shorts. And he was like, okay. And I was like, fuck. That's just how I talk, but I meant it perfectly good. They're leopard print. I think that's fun. Hi, everyone. What I want the start of each episode to be is in the middle of another conversation. Welcome to No Contact. You could say this is the Father's Day episode.
I think so.
We also have...
you might be on Flag Day, but...
Yeah, because it needs to come out before Father's Day so they can emotionally prepare. Well, we'll come out, let's say on Flag Day, as we earlier today recorded a Father's Day bonus special to go on the Patreon. Here's the thing about the Patreon is I don't have parents. So if you support a child, me, $5 a month, then I can... maybe one day not have to worry about having a job, and also continue to never talk to them again. If you're into that, you can support the show, have access to ad-free episodes and content that's nowhere else on the internet. Yes.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you this.
Oh,
we want to also ask our listeners to rate and give reviews on Apple.
Have y'all ever heard of
podcasts.
Rate and Subscribe?
Rate and subscribe, guys.
Can I be honest? Wait, let me read the one review that I've seen, and it's not even a friend. I literally don't know who the fuck this is, but I'm going to share it with everyone.
Is it the really nice one? As
a little inspo. Did you see it? How come my own podcast doesn't come up when I search for it? That's actually we got to fix our SEO. Okay, here's the one. Here's the one and only review that... Wait. And I love that this isn't live. How come now the one...
on Apple?
Here it is, yeah. Wow, we've been doing this for 3 months. This review is 3 months long. I didn't know we'd been doing this that long. This is the example of the type of review that you're able to write if it's in your heart. It's labeled no contact, no regrets, refreshingly line break, honest, funny, and highly irreverent. Who wrote this?
That's right.
Because that's so... Anya, it wasn't you, right?
No, it was not.
That's so nice.
I would never say that about you.
Because it's so nice and cool.
It's really nice.
Once again, I don't have parents. Please change my life in the form of a little subscripy and a little reviewy.
Thanks,
contact,
guys.
No regrets.
Thanks, stalkers.
Literally. And if you are a fan of mine, you're a stalker, and that's my healthy relationship with people who like me. Okay. We had Solomon Georgio today on the podcast. He is a fellow gay guy. He's one of my favorite comedians. Well, those people who you know, I've just fucking known about in comedy forever, and it's so weird I know him now. But super sweet, super cool. I asked him, hey, do you have any stories? He goes, yeah, I don't talk to my dad, and I'll fucking talk about it on podcasts. I said, work. Come to find out, we have an insane amount in common. I had no idea until he got in this chair. We're both little teen runaways. Love that. We both also have we had secure attachment to ourselves as teenagers in a way that I don't think I've ever related to anybody on that. It made me feel like I'm not a narcissist, maybe. Like my one joke I have about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, come see a live show. We're going to start with a little story. There's a lot of elements here, including father. This is not just a father story, but daddy's a part of it. Let's get into it.
Can you read it?
Yes. Maybe a little bigger. 200. You're welcome. Yeah, can you make it 30,000 times bigger, please?
It won't get any bigger.
I don't want to read this story unless Moana is playing in the background. I refuse to do this intro without you're welcome.
This is your friend's show next door.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry, I can't make it any bigger.
It doesn't have a title. And if someone can pick one for me, that'd be so great because there's 11 themes. Ready? Before the pandemic, my little brother was in cop school. And we kept getting in arguments because I was like, you shouldn't be a cop. And he was like, no, I want to help people. And I was like, that's not the best way to help people. But it got to a point where for his graduation, I went to give him the book, The End of Policing. And my family said, no, don't do that. You're being really petty. I went, if he loves being a cop so much, why is he so upset about learning more about it?
Great point. That's a great point.
Anyway, my family said I'm not allowed to talk to him about being a cop. So I took that instead of I'm not allowed to talk to him about being a cop. I guess I'm not really allowed to talk to him at all because that's his whole life. Fast forward to the pandemic during the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor protests. My mom calls me and is like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm staying inside because it's the pandemic. There's a pandemic going on. She goes, no, I saw you on the news. There was someone that looked like you on the news rioting. And I was like, first off, they're not rioters. And then that turned into a whole other thing. Also, it wasn't even me, but she wanted me to not go to any protest. Can I just say, I know this person, they were being racially profiled by their mother.
Yeah.
For their mom to be like, well, it looked like you.
Well, there has to.
Oh
You're
my
in
God.
Los Angeles.
The cop shit runs in the family. Mm-hmm. The dog just spun the chair.
No, for real, though.
And I don't know this person's parents. All I know is that's funny.
I know enough.
They're not rioters. And then that turned into a whole other thing. Also, it wasn't me, but she wanted me to not go to any protests. And that turned into a big argument about police violence. She was like, your brother is a cop. Be supportive. And I was like, absolutely not. It turned into her yelling at me for like 30 minutes before I realized I actually don't have to be on the phone. So I hung up. And then moments later, she texted me saying, well, don't ever talk to me again. We're done. From your mother.
From your mother. Yeah, a little dramatic.
Which is a pretty normal vibe for her.
Jesus Christ.
But a cool thing that she did was make a collage of me and my brothers. Not as if she doesn't have a photo of all three of us, but decided to make a collage and then X'd me out on the collage.
Oh my God.
And then we didn't talk for like a year until tax season came up. Because in college, I had to drop out for a moment when my financial aid wasn't working. I didn't have money. And then I was like, okay, hey, mom. I was no contact with my dad for the moment because in high school, he had like choked me and thrown me up against a wall.
Oh my God.
You know, this is how I react when this story.
It's absolutely dying. Hilarious.
Girl, two of the classics. Been there.
Okay, wait. So I'm sorry. Can we step back for a second?
That's so fair.
So,
every single family member.
Mom is mad about the cop situation. About
the anti-cop situation.
The anti-cop situation, excuse me. Now they're talking again because of
financial aid.
To get financial aid.
So he had to drop out of school.
Okay. And now he was
no contact with his dad because in high school he had like choked me and thrown me up against a wall.
Oh my God. Jesus. I mean, good reason.
Dads they're not good. They're not good.
It's tough out there for dads.
After that, in college, I didn't have any money. So I had to take the semester off and call my mom and was like, is there anything we can do? She was like, no, we have no money either. It turns out my parents had set aside money for me and my brothers. But because I had a restraining order on my dad, it was legally my mom's. So she had that money and spent it on a car, which she told me she saved money for when a car broke down.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, you just have to use that money. The reason she'd called me during pandemic after a year of being like, I'm never talking to you again, was because I was getting taxed on that money because the car was under my name. So she was calling me to let me know.
The money was under the name.
She'd pay for the taxes. So she's basically like, hey, you have a big bill coming up because I used your money to buy a car. Don't worry, I'll pay the taxes. And then we proceeded to not talk for another year. And now we're talking again. It's been about 2 years.
It was a pretty cool 2 years. Oh my God.
So this is a voice to text. I just want to say that this person
an insanely written document,
voice to text, which we accept here. I really want to make it a little barrier for y'all to tell your stories.
A voice note, maybe.
Wow. I can't quite keep track. I think the mom is back on the contact list. The dad and brother are not. And that sounds perfect to me. No notes.
Taking the money that you didn't know about
to buy a car.
Is wild.
Which, like, just to be honest,
especially when you're broke as fuck.
If she really needed a fucking car and was like, this is the only money we have, sorry, son, I have to buy myself a car. It's like, all right.
I mean,
it sucks, but
at least take it out.
At least say something before the taxes.
Sure I'm not getting a fucking tax bill for it.
The IRS surprises you.
Wow. Anyway, well, happy Father's Day to this person. I really hope things have worked out. Maybe. At least sounds
like things are working out.
Things are working out. I hope you get that money back.
Same with me and Solomon. Our lives are working out. And the further the dad, the better. Okay, happy Father's Day. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I really, one day we can be in each other's lives. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm more of like a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Those were after my time.
I'm really sorry
Pokemon
for my
came
youth.
out in like when I was a junior in high school.
It wasn't cool in high school?
It was. I was not.
Were people too old?
No, there's. I had classmates that were into it, but I was just the one that was like, well, have fun. Because
You're like, I'm gonna go have sex or
anime,
something.
But like the anime I liked was like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball.
No, say okay. I did watch Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball,
and like Pokemon was like very like, oh, cute.
It's almost not even I know it's anime, but it's a thing of its own, category of its own.
I know. I didn't get into. It's very marketing to kids, and I like kind of was. I grew out like 16, 17. You're kind of in that age gap where you're like, you can't really market to me right now. I'm listening to music.
Sure. And I don't mean to say this in a rude way. I feel like you got to be a teenager before the entire world was falling apart.
Yes.
So you didn't have like, I feel like it's such an impulse now for people my age and even younger to like go full nostalgia core and older even actually.
We were nostalgic, but I feel like the caliber of cartoons in the early 90s from the caliber of the cartoons in the late 90s there's a big drop in like quality. Like the Steven Spielberg, Warner Brothers in the early 90s, which is like Tiny Toons, Animaniacs.
Oh, Animaniacs. ADHD Kings.
The whole aspect of it is like Steven Spielberg bought the orchestra.
Or like instruments? Like
so
what's happening
they have a whole orchestra and they'd have like they do all the songs for like Tiny Toons and Animaniacs with a whole orchestra behind them. And it'd be like this it was this big theatrical production with like high quality music. That's why the songs are like timeless.
The things I've never appreciated. That's why
Animaniacs is like a very timeless cartoon because they went in like the writing is spectacular, but like production quality wise, remember they need to have like the Pokemon song is truly.
Herman Cain, do you remember him?
Yeah,
he quoted the Pokemon movie theme song in a speech. That's how
I watched
good
the
it
movie.
was. Okay, the
movie was good, but the animation was high quality. The animation in the fucking with Mew and Mewtwo, like that animation was supreme.
I don't know why I didn't really clock you for like an animation or
I am an animation person.
I love
by
that.
miles, and for me the Rugrats movies top tier.
I was just talking about Rugrats in Paris today.
The music in the Rugrats movie, take me there, I wanna go there, take me there. That Maya, the Blackstreet, that song is one of the best songs.
Can we make that our outro song for this episode, please? I can't believe you brought that up. I truly was like, I forgot Rugrats went to Paris.
Oh yeah,
I fully forgot.
And the way I love how you can tell the animation difference because there's a drop shadow.
I know that from CapCut.
They just add drop shadow and dimension, and then it's like it's a movie.
Sorry, now I can see it.
Yeah.
Now I can see it. Reptar had a drop shadow,
layered, like very like dynamic, but it's just this drop shadow and just like a little more texture to the animation because they had time to do it.
Because they had time. Remember when we gave artists time?
Oh yeah. Well, there's just
again, I missed that.
TV episodes and and doing a movie like that's like you have a different production team, you have different animators coming in.
That's so real.
And they usually ship it out to Korea. That's usually that's a lot of the hand-drawn animation is done there.
Do you go to Korea for drop shadow?
I wish. I think in general like Korea is used because they can pump out animation. Like SpongeBob SquarePants was done in Korea.
He's Korean?
Well, no,
SpongeBob's
the animation
Korean?
it's written in America and they do the animation in Korea.
The whole TV show too?
Well, that's the animation house is there. So all the writing was done here because I wrote on one of the seasons.
You wrote on SpongeBob?
That's my first job. It was like a 3-week job. I only wrote one episode. It's like 11 minutes, and I get credit for that for the rest of my life.
No, they are literally 11 minutes. And I know that because in one of the episodes, like maybe season 3, Squidward goes, why must every 11 minutes of my life be filled with misery? And I went, that's called meta.
Yeah.
That's called fourth wall.
It was the easiest job I ever had. It was very brief, but it's my first job. So whenever I mention it, people are like, you got to work. Like it was a blip in my memory.
You were like a guest writer
but I got to
for
meet the
SpongeBob.
creator, Steven Hindenburg.
Cool.
Sorry. Hildenberg, yes, before he passed. And he was an absolute fucking sweetheart.
That's really cool because it would be really scary if someone who made such a fun kid show was like mean about it.
He was actually very reserved. Like you think he'd be like this dynamic, but he was very like creative. But he's just like, hi.
I could see that. I could see that. I got to meet Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob.
Yes.
He did. He was like the house band for SF Sketchfest, like my first SF Sketchfest, like a year into comedy. And I told him that the SpongeBob movie saved me from depression in 6th grade. And I think it meant a lot to him.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was a full ass adult. I was working corporate America.
That's so random.
Because SpongeBob came out like 99.
Right.
And I graduated 2000. I think the SpongeBob movie came out, 05, 06?
It would have been probably 04, 05.
Okay, I just graduated from college.
Oh my God, congrats. Wait, that's huge.
Yeah, I was a big kid.
I'm not even kidding. Send me your SpongeBob episode. I want to watch it.
Yeah, it was a fun episode. It's SpongeBob joins a bad boy greaser gang, and it's voiced by the Fonz, and Lenny and Squiggy do the other 2 voices of the sharks.
Oh, they get huge. Names on that show.
But yeah, he thinks they're a bad boy gang, and it turns out they're not. They're just actually a dance troupe. And they're going up against the Paws, which is led by Squidward. So he does his whole dance off to save the rec center.
So is it kind of
It's very Step Up to the Streets with like grease.
Right. Or what's the freaking Side Girl? There's a Broadway musical about gangs.
West Side Story.
What I call it, Sideways School.
It is.
Oh my God.
It's Grease, West Side Story,
Okay.
and because like they're very rich, like the T-Birds, West Side Story, Jets. Like it's a mix of a bunch of ideas.
I don't have to know a reference to make a reference.
But it ends with a like sort of Save the Last Dance sort of situation.
Oh, absolutely. Does he sing Goofy Goober, or is it?
No. But I got to write I'm Ready. Which is like a very because I never watched SpongeBob until I got the job.
Right. Okay. Just because of age.
Because it was very demo. Which is wild because I got into animation a little bit after SpongeBob was very popular. I got back into it, but it was like around like Adventure Time and Regular Show and Gumball.
You know what's so funny? I never even watched those.
Those are very Steven Universe good. For me as a queer person.
I know, right? That's the thing about cartoons is they're very fluid.
Well, because Adventure Time, Steven Universe, a lot of queer people ended up working on them, and
it shows.
And Steven Universe specifically, like that was very, very queer in every possible way. Like the greatest relationship is this woman named Garnet, voiced by Estelle, who sings American Boy.
Right.
Black big power, but she splits into 2 other gems who are in a lesbian relationship, and they fuse together as one, and that's their love.
And that is how lesbian relationships are to a T.
Fusion.
Literally.
Fusion.
No, 2 become 1 forever.
And a chaotic
even after they break up. Ending that never ends. Yeah. That's so funny.
We're never gonna move away.
No, literally. Okay, well, you've sold me. I need to get vaccinated and sit down and watch all this or something. Just time to sat my happy ass down for 2 days and catch up on Adventure Time. I used to try this bit, especially when I first came out. I was like, I have to do they them jokes now, and I used to be like, why do people care so much about gay or straight or whatever when everyone has had crushes on cartoons? Y'all wanted to fuck Simba, but you're straight. That's a genitalia free lion, bitch. You're not that straight.
I'm not. Yeah, I never was in
You never had cartoon crushes.
I drew my own porn,
and that's what we all should be doing.
But it was a placeholder for the real thing.
The way that drawing your own porn is maybe the only ethical porn.
Well, I had to because the internet. It was dial up and it was in the living room.
I keep hearing about this. I keep hearing about the family computer.
I had the family computer. I was 17 when we got a computer, so it was just in the living room.
And you couldn't be.
Like, I did it a few times. My brother was like very like, he would wait till the middle of the night and just be dialing up.
But you still know.
Because
you still found out.
But luckily my parents are both illiterate, so it's fine. Like, he literally had a file on the computer that said Tahame's porn, and you click it open, and he categorized it by porn stars, and then you click open again and categorized by type of porn.
And your parents would never even...
They would not know how to click.
Oh my God. Like the computer was for y'all.
Yeah.
To have porn in front of your parents.
Well, like it was for like typing and school stuff, but...
Right.
Like that and...
Oh my God.
And playing You Don't Know Jack.
What is that?
It's like this trivia game from the 90s.
I don't feel like we're that different in age, but then sometimes I talk to you and you just talk about shit and I'm like, wow, I missed a lot.
You came in when a lot of stuff was available. Like I'm of the generation where there's a set amount of entertainment and you had to go out of your way to get it.
I did go to a video store.
Yes.
I remember going to a video store and I loved it.
I'm talking about like computers, expensive, like flat screen TVs. Oh, that was getting that was a high caliber. Also, DVD players were expensive when they first came out too.
Blu-ray. Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
I have this weird relationship with like technology and culture because I don't know if you know this about me, but I was like a homeless runaway and shit, like age 15 to 19. So, and I never got a phone till way later. So I have this like weird, I'm either like boomer or Gen Z when it comes to my references and I miss so much millennial core shit or like even zillennial core. Yeah. I fully went from like watching Monk on USA to then like Skibbity Riz toilet. You know what I mean? Like I'm missing almost everything in between.
I was a teen runaway as well.
Oh my God, shout out.
17, 5 months, ran away here.
To LA?
Yeah.
From where?
Seattle. Like my parents were like, well, I was secretly gay. And on top of that, they were like, they forgot my 17th birthday. And I was like this overachieving child. And I was like, you know what? And I like also my dad did, when we did have a big fight, because my dad found my porn that was stashed between my bed, because I draw all my porn and put it in between my mattress, and he found it once, and I like whole big ass fight.
Was that the triggering, like the
there's
triggering
many
event?
triggers, because like I was just a very femme kid, and he was like not gonna have that, because I was his oldest son. And he was obsessed with me. He dressed me up like little military outfits and like buy me action movies
gay
to make
just
me
kidding.
not gay. I'm like, this is not helping, sir.
It's homoerotic.
It was like, oh, all these men, all these cute little outfits.
He was trying to groom you straight.
Yeah,
but it turned very homoerotic.
Every attempt to make every time somebody tries to mask themselves up to make themselves not gay is like nothing but homoerotic options.
It's so hot.
You really like, truly. You're giving nothing but like, I want to have sex with the men.
It's like how Hitler drew his racist pictures or whatever. It's like, okay, so you have a type. We get it.
Like nothing about masking up a child includes talking to a girl, which is the most hysterical thing.
Dude, I just watched this video that was like, it was talking about men's obsession with body count. And it's like, why do you want to hear about all these other boys and their peepees and your girl?
Because it's
obsessed with each other.
Because they're obsessed with it. It's like, there's like, I don't care, but like you care enough that you're like, I don't want to be associated with all these men.
Yeah. I need to hear about the
this
dicks.
one woman.
Truly. No, they want the brotherhood.
Yeah.
More than the diva in front of them. Okay, so this was a seamless transition. We are both in the no dads club, in that they're not dead, they just don't deserve us.
Yeah.
It's giving. Okay. So when you said you ran away for 5 months, you went, did you go back?
I had to, because I ran
did you
away.
do school?
I ran away. So I ran away. I ran away here, and I stayed in shelter. I first stayed in the hostel right around the corner from the Chinese theater, and I had like everybody there figured out I was 17.
We were both lying about our age to get resources.
And then they're like, you need to be in a shelter.
We're now in legal trouble because you weren't supposed to be a kid in here.
So they stuck me in a couple of times, and then, because I ran out of money, they stuck me in a couple of times, and then eventually they're like, all right, we found the shelter. We're going to go sit and eat with them, and then you're going to stay at the shelter. Two of the people did that for me. And the shelter system was like, weirdly enough, I stayed closeted in shelters for no good reason. I'm like surrounded by a bunch of other gay kids and like, why are you here? I'm like, not the same reason you're here.
Yeah. I'm not gay.
I'm just, I don't want nobody. And that's literally how it was. That was my whole vibe. Like, and then I went through 2 shelters. Second shelter was for ex-sex workers under the age of 18. I wasn't one, but they're like, little gay boy, get in here.
Sure. They're like, probably.
Yeah. But I ended up getting 5150 twice.
As in
a little mental institution
harm
break.
to yourself, or like were you? I don't imagine you threatening others. No, but I don't judge
there
you.
was harm to myself, but it was like anxiety. Like one, I just locked myself in the bathroom and didn't come out, and that is in itself.
That'll qualify.
That's a nice little trigger for them. And the other time, I shaved my own eyebrows and my own head, and you know what?
No, that's hot.
Send me away. Send me away. I walked downstairs looking fully nuts, and they're like, "We're gonna go ahead and."
Are you serious? That was the second time?
Yeah.
Just because you shaved your little eyebrows off?
And I also cut my hair with scissors, so I wasn't looking normal when I came downstairs. There was nothing. There was not a vibe of like, this is a very normal looking situation.
Okay.
This is fucking Cynthia Doll comes downstairs.
It sounds like you think they did the right thing.
Like you had a moment. I'm like, yeah, I think so. Like, well, we're gonna have to.
Did you enjoy your 5150s? I've heard really mixed reviews.
They were. I was in a good situation because I was still pretty mentally sound when I got there, so I was able to be smart enough to be like, what do I have to do to get out of here as quickly as possible? Mm-hmm. It's just 5150. It sucks because it's every kid can be put in that situation, and it's a lot of mentally handicapped children who just have nowhere else to be put.
Yeah,
and that for me that's the part that broke my heart. Because I'm like, I get that this kid's having a mental breakdown in this place, especially if they're harming themselves. Like there was like a lot of like eating disorders and like anger management issues, and a few like genuine like schizophrenia situations. But there was like, what broke my heart, like the kids that really were just disabled. Now is the only reason they were there because there was nowhere else to put them. And I'm like, well, this sucks. They don't need to be 5150. They don't have their shoelaces taken away. They don't have to be put. Because that's you're in a mental hospital. Like, you take off your shoelaces. They lose these poor children who just don't have anywhere else to be, and I'm like, that's just. And
they may not have like the medication, the paraeducator, the parents.
The disabled child without any guardianship, and they're just ward of the state, so they're just moved around because they're whatever situation they're in, no one can take care of them, and it's just like the mental hospital is the best place to do it. I'm like, is it though?
They're like, well, it's not jail.
Is it really? It's. But I'm sitting. I'm like, I just feel like it shows the flaws of our system. Where I'm like, there should be a place for kids that are that are disabled to be taken care of by the state if they're ever put in a situation where they're wards of the state without having to be in a mental hospital. That for me, that fucking sucked. That just sucked so much because it made you. Because we all felt obligated to make sure they're good and taken care of.
The other people there kids, without, Because
we're spending time with them. We're the ones that are making sure they're fine.
Of course.
We're making sure they're getting their food. Because they're not watching over them in they're just making sure we're not harming ourselves, the rest of us. They're not caring if we're feeding ourselves, go to the bathroom.
It sounds like a Norwegian prison. Do you know what I mean? Because they're kind of chill and kind of nice to prisoners in Norway. It doesn't mean it's the right place for someone.
But my dad did pick me up.
Okay, let's talk about that.
He did show up
in LA.
He showed up in LA.
How did he find out you were there?
Because I was like 2 weeks in, and they were like, "We can't go back to the shelter."
Like you capped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can go find another shelter, but we cannot let you out until you have somebody pick you up. And so I was like, "All right, I guess I have to call the bastards that created me." And they didn't know where I was because I just disappeared in the middle of the night.
Was this is pre-cell phone and stuff?
Oh yeah, this is like 1999.
Right, okay.
And so I was like,
the year SpongeBob came out. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my dad flew down. He showed up and was like, "Where are your eyebrows?" I'm like, "Well."
Oh, I'm gay now.
I didn't do that yet. But I was like, for sure, like I'm going to finish school and then I'm going to get out of this man's house.
Was that like senior year of high school?
Yeah, it was my senior year of high school. Like I literally finished my senior year right after that, and I was like supposed to go to college, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break, maybe not go back. I'm gonna go live with my friend and do drugs.
And you know what? My parents were the friends doing drugs, so I skipped that part. But I do think there's an important moment in some people's little lives that can be liberation, perhaps.
My parents didn't. My dad was just drunk. He was just drinking Heineken by himself and Ouzo as well.
Were they like Christian? Did that have anything to do with it?
Very Orthodox, old school Christian, very uptight, very. They're just overprotective. Like it was mostly like I was the golden child. I was the one that did all the paperwork. I was the one that had everyone's social security number.
You were like the translator and the helper.
We're all all immigrants, but yeah, they're all like, both my parents are abusive, but my mom at least cooked and showed up to things.
Yeah, don't they say like, well, I just have a lot of immigrant friends who I've talked about like no contact with, and they're like, it's not as common, especially if you were the first generation. Like no matter how abusive your parent is, you're gonna put up with it, especially because they'll still like, they'll fuck you up and then bring you like 3 days of food after.
Well, here's the thing for me, like specific, like my mom just is no contact because like I gave them no contact for a while on both sides. My mom eventually, it's like she raised 7 kids.
Damn.
And you're the oldest. Pregnant since she was a child. So you can kind of like at some point you see the abuse that you got as the abuse they also got, and then you're just like, what do I want to hold on to? Do I want to have the idea of my mom desperately wanting something to take care of her, and me being over here and saying no to that?
Yeah.
And like I can't do that, and I know my dad doesn't feel that way, and my dad isn't reaching out to us. So like so like my no contact with my father is mostly on his end too. Like I'm not reaching out to him, but he's not reaching out to me.
I was gonna ask you that. Yeah.
It's a two-way street. Like he calls me, like he would call me maybe every 3 to 5 years. Like through my sibling. And like, so like one time he wished me happy birthday on the day before my birthday. My birthday's on Christmas. It's really not that hard to miss.
Oh, your birthday's on Christmas?
On Christmas Day. And the way he's like, hey, tell your brother happy birthday. And he's like, my brother's like, his birthday's tomorrow. You can call on
He
Christmas.
could even do a 2-for-1 and be like, I say happy birthday and Christmas. Yeah, like I'm a good dad.
It's he misses the mark.
What was sort of, it is interesting he's the one that picked you up instead of your mom. Like if I were you, just from what I know, I'm like, would you have rather had your mom be the one that come get you?
But I just know that he was excited to have a trip.
Oh. What do you?
He was happy to go on a plane to pick me up. Like if the option is of one of my parents has to come and get us. He's the one that's like, oh, I get to be on a plane and I get to be away from you guys.
Oh, is he a little?
So that's.
Oh, of course she has to watch the other 6.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Okay.
So the joy of leaving, he is always happy to leave.
And isn't that dad?
Always happy to leave. He showed up. There were so many kids. He showed up with a 2-door car when I was like 10 years old, like a 2-door Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, 2 doors, 6 children, including and like so 8 of us all together. And it was like,
did you ever clown car it?
No, like we'd have like there'd been times we'd be in the car with him, but like, what was your end goal? Why does my mom have a Pinto station wagon that's on the verge of breaking down every second of the day?
I'm dead.
Yet you have this nice little pristine, beautiful
I'm so
pimp
dead.
car that we can barely fit in.
Not 7 kids in a pimp car. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he loved to come get you. He wanted to go to LA.
Yes.
And he got you. So you hadn't come out to him.
No.
What was then? Was he like, why the fuck did you run away? Like, what did you say to him in that moment?
I have the same situation as my parents, whether they don't have any curiosity.
Oh my God.
Or very few follow-up questions. It's very much like, you can't do this again.
Okay, and that's the end of the conversation.
Like, there's no like, where were you these for several months? What did you do? What was like other parents, a good parent would be like, hey,
so what's going on?
So you were gone for this long. Please tell me what happened to you.
Are you okay?
And like neither of them had any curiosity about anything I did. I had a full 5 months adventure, and they're like, anything could have happened to me during that time. There was zero.
They didn't even want to know.
Like they did. There's like I could have been hurt in any way possible, but they were like, well.
Well, let me ask you now. How did you spend those 5 months? Was it kind of fun? Was it scary? Was it all of it?
It was scary. It was a mixed things. I was very lucky. I'm not a small person.
I have this too.
Which I think is a very beneficial
I've
thing.
never been I've never been robbed.
Also being a boy too. Like I think that also.
Oh, I heard about that. I used to dress and walk like a boy.
Like people were like I remember one time I was walking down Sunset in front of like the Virgin Maker store. It's gone now, but it's where like a Cinerama is.
Okay, yeah. And
I was walking by, and this guy in a van, the door fully wide open. He's wearing just leopard print briefs, and he's like, "Where you going?" And I jetted. I ran like I was a fast 17-year-old, and that was that was terrifying. And like there was like a few like moments where I slept outside, but on average, like it was just mostly the fear of, I was like, oh, I'm in these shelters and they want me to get work and as well as go to school and then get my own place. And I'm like, I'm 17 and I'm gay. I didn't say it yet, but I'm figuring it out. So it was just me, like, I was just a fancy little transient because I was still a coddled little child up until then. I packed up all my books with me. I stole money from my mother's bank account and I left at midnight. I took the Greyhound with like 3 pieces of luggage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not 3.
Like, and they were big pieces of luggage.
You're like, I'm gonna serve a look, even if I'm
like, if
on
somebody's
the
like,
streets.
if I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna plan. I'm gonna like.
I sort of relate to this. Like, I really tried to dress well so no one would know I was homeless for that entire time.
I'm very much like, I was as poor as I was as a kid. You could not tell based on my attitude.
No, and then when I was still going, so I didn't finish high school. I fucking left at 16 and I worked out other things, but. I remember this makes no sense. I was like called a hermaphrodite. I was called like all these things that should bother me more. I was more pissed off the day that someone's like, you wear that coat every day. Cause I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
This is my nice ass coat. I am not poor. I am not homeless. I do sleep in a house. And in fact, like, don't fucking call me out.
I would literally get caught with food stamps and I would just look condescendingly down at the other kid for even looking that way. I'm like, what?
You don't even have your own money.
So
that's wild. Okay. I really didn't know we had all this in common. Damn.
No poor. You did run away longer than I did. I could not manage.
And
did you stay in the city or did you go somewhere else?
So I'm from the Bay.
Yeah.
So I was like, and a lot of it's such a blur. It actually scares me how much of it I don't really remember. Honestly, the timeline.
The Bay is a great place to be a runaway.
It was pretty
There's
good.
Lots of places to sleep. Lots of places to sleep. The weather never gets that bad.
I was homeless during winter and I was kind of just like,
it never gets that bad. Like it's like, and there's rain coverage everywhere. So even if it's wet, like, oh, it's just a little cozy at night. I think, because I grew up in Seattle, and Seattle doesn't have as much coverage as San Francisco does.
But more rain.
It has way more rain, but the weather is great, and you can be on the street, but no.
I feel like I always want to put 2 asterisks on when I say I was homeless, because I was playing these mental games with myself where I was like, if I don't sleep outside, I'm not homeless. So I just I'd walk for like 2 or 3 days. Yeah. I think the longest I was ever up was 81 hours, which a lawyer later told me would make me legally insane. So I could have committed a crime after 72 and gotten away with it and ended up hanging out with you in a mental asylum. And then I also refused to go to a shelter because I was like, that's for homeless people. I'm not homeless. I'm going to go crash with friends. But it was like I was homeless in like a middle class suburban area. So just bounce around.
Homeless. I feel like
I know that
you
now.
have no place of your own, like because I was also technically very homeless for like first 3 years of stand-up comedy because I just had only 3 pieces of luggage. I just mean these 3 pieces of luggage.
Okay, name a memoir.
And I just did not have a place where I was paying rent at, or I was paying I was going, but there's a year here where I was couch surfing when I first moved here. And I was like, I'm not homeless. I'm like, you're
I'm in between places.
You're sleeping on somebody's couch.
Truly. No, truly. And it's just, I think I just feel like it's important to say, like, there are people who are chronically outdoors, and I was able to avoid that for the most part.
Yes.
And I didn't even I literally in my mind, like you said, I'm not homeless. I refused to even go there until like 5 years after the fact.
But I also feel like that's the mindset of anyone that is trying to, like, on the street, off the street. It's the mindset you have to have. Like, this is temporary. This is brief. This is not the worst second. Like, you always try to build up, like, what is not, like, you build a bar that's low. You figure out where rock bottom would be, and like, if I hover above that,
then I'm fine.
Then I'm good.
Anything but rock bottom is actually am I doing great? And I'm actually in a really great place right now.
Like, it also, like, it made, because my expectations were always low, so every time anything was hit above it, I was like, what? So I was never unhappy, no matter how poor, no matter how broken things are, no matter how weird things got in my life. I was just like, well, dude, this isn't the worst. I
talk about this all the time. I'm still that way in so many ways.
I'm still very much that way now. Like, I'm working in an industry that's literally dying.
And people do keep saying
and
this.
I'm freaking the fuck out. But every time I've been on the verge, I'm like, am I gonna have to get a regular job? Something happens, I'm like, all right.
And do you ever feel like this is almost your second life in a way too?
I feel like I'm
anything you get to do is cool.
Everything I do from now on is a bonus of the thing, because I've already exceeded my expectation of being alive this long and having and not working a service job.
Yo, I cried when I turned 25 because I ran when I was 15 and I was like, literally, what if I live for 10 years? Like, what if I make it? And then when it happened, I was just like, what the hell?
I'm fucking 44. I'm like, there's more life?
Mm-hmm. Do I actually have to keep going?
And I'm like, so I'm like, it's just a relief now.
Yes.
Everything is a relief now.
Well, I'm glad to hear at age 44 it hasn't worn off for you. Because I don't feel like it'll wear off for me, but it's still nice to hear.
It doesn't. I feel like if you've had a very interesting life, you don't age as quickly.
Thank you so much. You age really fast too early, and then you're kind of just in that zone.
You look like you're mid-20s, and then you look like you're mid-20s for a long time.
People have thought I was like 25 now for almost 20 years.
And hey.
Which is fucking scary to think about.
And
I am.
I
was treated
like I was an adult when I was 16.
Yeah. Were you tall young too?
I was ungrowing when I was 16, but also the way that so many white people can't tell how old black people are.
Oh, and especially in Seattle where they're not used to that many.
You're either 15 or 45 or 78. I can't tell, but
you know what's crazy? I know a lot of black people from Seattle. Maybe it's because y'all left.
Yes, a lot.
Because I'm like, it's a really white city, but I know so many black people from Seattle. But if you're in the Bay, and okay,
there are a lot of South Seattle. Like like Seattle proper itself. Like everyone's gotten priced out because it's all Amazon. So like I was living in Seattle proper when I moved there.
I see. But
my mom is like in South. My brother is like in West Seattle. My sister is somewhere, and my dad, who cares?
Okay. So you're back there. You don't go straight to college, but you're living at home in Seattle again?
Well, no. When I came back, I had to finish my senior year.
They let you do that? They wouldn't have let me.
I did that. They'd
be like, you're behind, bitch.
I was an honor student, so
I was not exactly.
And I left during the summer.
Oh, so, smart.
Yeah.
You did plan. Okay.
I was like, it was not intentional, but like I came in. I finished off. I was pretty much done with junior year, but when I left, because I was doing Running Start, which was like you get college credits.
Yeah.
I was just a nerdy kid that was like, let me do something wild.
I love that actually. I kind of love that for you.
And honestly, that kind of like set the tone for the rest of my life. Where I'm like, I did all these things to be like, oh, I'll be a doctor and lawyer to be for my immigrant family. I'll do all these things for everybody else, and then eventually I was like, oh, what if I don't? What if
this makes so much sense.
I become the performer I've always wanted to be. What if and then like when I started stand up when I was 25, I was like, oh, I don't care.
I was also, I think around 20, which is late.
Yeah.
Right. For a lot of people.
It's not.
Okay. I love that. I love to hear that.
I feel like stand up is something you can do until you like, I feel like I'll be doing stand up for the rest of my life. And because I don't think I hit the stride of where I want my career to be. And I don't think I will. I still haven't had these like career goals that I want to hit, and I don't put any pressure on myself about them because I keep because stand up is forever.
I feel that
stand up is forever, and stand up is also the metric of what success in stand up is not. I thought it was based on these certain like career goals, but it honestly is the people I have around me that do comedy that I like.
And I feel exactly the same way. Well, even like, remember when Comedy Central was a goal? We're going to outlive even our goals. And so those institutions will die before we do, which is just, it's always been true. It's going to be rapidly true again
but I do have
again.
a Comedy Central half hour. I'm old.
And we will link that in the bio. Right. No, you're 44. You were there for it. You know what's so funny? And Kylie Vincent has a couple episodes of this. She was on Comedy Central, which is crazy because she's 26.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you were like the last one. Like Comedy Central's kind of it's mostly credit of a slightly previous era. It's kind of
heartbreaking because I came in with a half hour and that was such a big dream of mine.
No, that's huge.
And it just became like I got it and I was like, oh, this is not as career change as it used to be.
Was it post internet? Like
this is like 2017.
Oh yeah. I'm like putting myself back there. I don't know. Comedy Central is still something that I think is I
love it. I want
huge credit.
I want it to be the caliber it used to be. I want there to be. I miss the TV shows that were on it.
Crank Yankers.
Fucking Crank Yankers, like
You know what I loved was Stella.
Stella was great.
And everyone hates when I say that.
Why?
Because it's a pretentious favorite.
It is not. It is.
Okay, never mind. It's
they're
not.
Beloved.
I'm gonna go with that.
They would go on tours that were also always sold out. Like Michael Ian Black, David Wayne, like those are some of the smartest.
They're so funny.
But they're like Reno 911, Workaholics. There was these amazing. Corporate was a great show.
Oh, Corporate was so good.
There was just
almost kind of foreshadowing a lot of it.
It's just kind of heartbreaking. Like there was so many high caliber comedies, and like Key and Peele, like that. Those
the
were
best sketch show ever. Yeah. Actually,
so like for me, like I miss the heyday of like really great comedy television shows, sketch shows, and people like getting really into them.
It was almost like, are you a Comedy Central person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also I just feel that way with comedy TV in general. Like we have so many wonderful shows, but there's a smaller group now, and it's not. They're
split apart.
Yeah.
Like the best shows die on Apple TV. I'm so sorry for anyone who's like a part of Apple TV. Your programming is amazing. Y'all spend like $60 million an episode for 2 years each, and it shows. But most people are not going to see it.
But I feel like I think word of mouth is winning in the end because people are showing up to Apple TV.
That's true. Like, no, I'm doing it.
But also I feel like that's the way Apple markets in general. Like Apple doesn't market itself. Like you don't hear about iPhones all over TV. You don't hear about that. Like you just know that they're there.
You know what's funny?
Know when they launch, you see the fucking video online, but you don't.
You know how there's in LA, there's more like movie and TV billboards than ever.
Yeah.
That's how it is in the Bay with tech though. Every single billboard is like iPhone camera roll. It's like the literal stats of each new iPhone model.
Yeah.
So that is where I would see them. But again, I was like, we know.
But it used to be like rollouts. They used to be like iPod commercials that were just in high caliber and insane. But now they're like, there's a new
like you get it, go get it.
It's here.
Yeah.
It's same time every year. Be here.
That's all they need to say is it's
here. Like,
that's wild.
Come get your new Apple Watch, you weirdo.
Oh my God. And that's how they can get unlimited goats on a Severance episode. We are paying, our iCloud storage is paying for that TV.
Honestly.
Life is wild.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. In a way. Wait, so I don't want this to sound are your parents proud of you? They should be so proud of you.
Here's the thing. My mom is happy that I can help her and take care of her. And I think that's all she wants. I don't think she'll ever be as proud as when my brother was working at TJ Maxx. That she was definitely proud then.
Why? Because she got the hookup with the discount?
That's like she
had a direct impact on her.
And she can go there every day.
See it. Okay, she can understand
but also she can be there. Like that's things like I can't say it's ADD, but like there's definitely a cognitive dissonance. If it's not in front of them, it's doesn't make much sense. And like a career in Hollywood doesn't make much sense. They just know that I'm working and I get money, and every once in a while I'm on TV, but they don't know why.
So when they see you on TV, they're probably like, okay, that's real.
Yes.
But then in between, it's amnesia.
TV writing means nothing to them.
Right, the writing.
The idea of writing as a career means nothing to them. Because they don't write.
Sure.
And they don't think
they couldn't even read porn on the family computer.
No.
That's why. What did they do? How did they survive, make money, support y'all?
Oh, they're just janitors. They just clean places.
Got you.
And now they're collecting disability.
Shout out to disability. And sounds like you support them a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so are your parents not together anymore?
Oh, no.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, they were terrible together. That was a business move on their part that neither of them liked or enjoyed. They held off for like 20 years, and they finally, when it ended, it was like, well, duh.
Damn.
Yeah, my dad cheated several times in very spectacular ways. So
spectacular. Wait, did you? I don't even want it. Were you ever like privy to it, witness of it as a child?
Oh, the biggest one. We were in Fresno, California. I was playing Super Nintendo with my brothers.
Not a mistress in Fresno.
Yeah, no, this is it. So my dad went to visit Ethiopia for a couple months, and he's back, and we receive a cassette tape in the mail, and my mom can't read, so she thinks it's Ethiopian music. And she puts it on the stereo and hits play. And it's my dad's mistress telling him how much she loves him and thank you for all the presents. And it's me and my brothers like fully playing video games. It's like, and then my mom was like, go to your room. And we're like, okay. And then that day fully unraveled. Every Ethiopian woman within a 2-mile radius came over to my mom's house. And they were like, well, what are we going to do tonight? Well, we're going to beat him up or we're going to kill him. We're going to yell at him. And I remember because my goal was to watch. There was a TV movie version of The Shaggy Dog starring Kirk Cameron that was coming out that night at 8 p.m.
Absolutely.
I was looking forward to.
And then you didn't get to watch The Shaggy Dog.
And then my dad showed up right at 8 p.m. And I was like,
speaking of Shaggy Dog,
TV off, parents have to yell at each other. And yeah, it was a full shout match for like 90 minutes. And then my older sister comes back home from work from Long John Silver's. And she's not my dad's kid. She's my half sibling, but she's all from my mom. So we're all technically, we don't really think of each other as half siblings.
Sure.
But she's like, I've always respected you. And then they're all yelling at each other. And then she finally comes into her room where we got to sit there. And then the cops came and they took my mom away, which is the crazy part.
And she didn't even kill him?
But like they had to say somebody like, so in situations like that, there's like, it's a domestic call, but there's no violence. So, but they have to like, somebody has to leave.
Okay, it has to be separation to end the disturbance.
Yeah, so it's like either somebody's getting arrested or somebody has to go somewhere else. So my mom's like, okay, I'll leave.
Okay, she didn't get arrested.
We didn't expect that. Okay. We heard the fighting down, and then my sister walks out. I was like, Giannis, our dad is still here. And we're like, oh, okay. Change of events. But then, yeah, he was gone the next day.
Forever?
No, he came back.
Rats.
And that's how I ended up moving to Seattle, because he came back. He became an Alaskan fisherman, injured himself, settled down in Seattle. And then he was like, you guys want to leave Fresno? I'm like, yeah, sure. I forgive you. Get me out of this city.
Alaskan fisherman is also such a like fuck boy, deadbeat dad job.
He was just gutting fish.
It makes so much sense.
He was just in a line.
But they get away. It's what you said. He got to leave.
Yeah, he got to leave. He found a job in the ocean and came back and was like, you guys want to come back with me? And we're like, get us out of the city.
So then you ended up in Fresno?
We left Fresno. We moved to Seattle. And that's how I ended up in Seattle.
Oh, it was that way.
That's how I moved to
you're
Seattle.
Californian.
Yes.
Okay. I weirdly spent time in Fresno growing up.
It is a garbage city.
It's like, and no disrespect to Fresno. There's some amazing art.
And I will mean that forever.
There's some great drag queens from Fresno.
And I believe that. And
once again, though, they left. The best people from Fresno left.
Here's the thing. Like, there's so many great elements of Fresno that I wish. It is a city of so many beautiful migrants. Mm-hmm. And the wealthy people in that city living in a gated community and have fully Republicans, and they've fully taken over every aspect of that city and have made it a garbage class tiered city. So there's these elites in Fresno for no good reason. They should burn in hell.
Imagine.
So fuck them. That's who I'm talking to. Everybody else in Fresno, love. I wish and I feel like it's a city that was supposed to flourish and be beautiful and wonderful in a worker's paradise. And these fucking rich assholes ended up making something like Devin Nunes our congressperson or something like that. Those people can, if I find you and I get into those gated communities again, I will thank you for those full candy bars on Halloween, but I will beat you up one day.
This bitch is tall. It's not a joke.
Like they are truly like, it's this weird, like this weird divide in the city. Like there is a wealthy upper class there that fully divide themselves in these gated areas.
And then the people that work for them are like
it's
forced
mostly
to
migrant workers because it's all farmland.
Yeah.
It's also these migrant workers who can never ever settle down, will never get enough money. And it's like, and then just the constant drug flow within the city. Like it's like, I'm gonna blame the rich people. I feel like they're part of every aspect.
They supply the demand.
Yeah. It's a great way to see what the way the rest of this country to work is how Fresno works.
It's a microcosm.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I am from San Jose originally.
Yeah.
Very similar, larger scale.
It is, yeah.
But very, very similar. Like, I feel growing up in the Bay Area, it wasn't even a bubble, though, because I'm from San Jose. So we had, tons of migrants from all over the place. And even my school, okay, this is fucked up. But at every school I went to, this was just how we talked about it. It was like there was everyone else and then the gangster kids. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of them were jumped in, or at least their families were a part of whatever. And that was like the soft segregation in school. Yeah. It's not like we were never in classes together. It's not like we didn't talk at all, but like there was different places at lunch or whatever. But even with that, it still felt like we were intermingling. We were so mixed. So it's like, just an extremely diverse place. Even every high school had extremely diverse classes, even like it wasn't just one tax bracket at one school. And then there's just like so many races. And I'm like, why do you live in the most diverse place in the Bay if you hate everyone here? And also the segregation in the city was based off crack or meth. That I come from a meth family.
There was a lot of crack in my neighborhood.
Damn.
But yeah,
we all got.
They found their way. It's also a great racial divide because you know who doesn't enjoy each other? Meth heads and crackheads. It's a too different of a vibe.
Really different vibes, you guys. You don't want to have. It's so awkward to have a birthday party when half your friends do meth and half of them do crack. They just don't get along.
You're gonna get a clash. You're gonna.
It's so wild because I grew up like in a trap house basically.
Oh gosh.
But like. Crack and cocaine I'm not triggered by them, and I'm realizing it's because it was a white trap house.
Yeah.
Also, I've never had a black bully. I just want to talk about that.
I did. And I loved it.
And it was your parents.
And honestly, parents and other kids. And you know what? Black bullying, I think, is supreme.
It's the funniest.
It's corrective. They come up with songs on the spot. Like you're coming up against up and coming rappers.
It's true.
Who haven't discovered their talent yet, but they know they can drop a rhyme on you and just make fun of your off-brand shoes. For sure.
Or you're the same coat you wear every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you think Kendrick was a bully before he used his powers for good?
I think here's the thing. Like I feel like he was probably getting bullied because he's so
short.
Little. But here's the thing. Like the littlest, most of my bullies were tiny. So they were bullied first, and then they became the class clowns the entertainment, and then therefore it was like, you gangly bitch.
You were gangly.
Daddy long legs, a fucking ET little alien head. Fuck it. Like I was. Nice. One time a seagull pooped on me during baseball. That was.
You'll never live that down.
Our lives.
That changed your life too. I'm sure.
The way they were like, oh, thank you so much. This is also. I had multiple bird attacks as a child for some weird reason. Like we went to Monterey Bay Aquarium, and I walked out with a muffin, and 300 birds came flying down on me.
You're kind of asking for it.
And there they were, all those kids again. They're like, oh man, another bird attack. Dang, dog, you're giving us so much material.
They just show up in a line every time a bird eats your muffin.
Yeah. Not as crazy at the time. I pitched a very religious musical to my 6th grade class.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
You were in the religion. You were in it.
Well, that's all, like I went to Sunday school, so I was like, it wasn't so much I didn't believe. I just wanted to do a musical, and here's what I know.
Okay,
and the school
write what you know.
And the school was like, yeah, we can't do a religious musical. And I was like, oh. Makes sense.
We're so West Coast. Because this is school.
This is school. Okay, yeah. Good
that
point.
That is funny because Seattle and the Bay are not like the most religious places.
No, well, it's also public school.
I don't think they care in some parts of the country.
It depends.
But we're West Coast bitches.
We did live in San Bernardino for like a 9-month stint.
Okay, and I'm ignorant because San Bernardino
is it's just like
right there,
very, very close to here.
Okay, love that.
It's like an hour away from here.
It's not the valley, right?
It is truly. It is also. It's a lateral move to Fresno. It was another garbage city.
Got you.
But I do remember I was there for the 3rd grade, and the teacher there, she would say, "No one's perfect except for God." And I was like, "That's wild." And me being religious at the time, like, work.
Were you like a fruity child?
Oh God.
Okay,
yeah.
It was like very apparent. Okay.
Like I was long lashes.
Oh.
Coy. Oh, my nails grow so fast. I just truly was the most delicate little.
You're just always like tip, tip, tap, 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 tap.
Just delicate.
Oh.
Just fanciful, swishing my hips. It was truly, and I knew my voice was delicate. I just knew that people heard me talk and they're just like, please keep talking. I did Peach Blossom, which is like a poetry reading thing that I did in elementary school.
Peach Blossom? Mm-hmm. Wait, is it like the moth?
It's you read so it's you and the other kids and you just read poems. Just reading poems. It's just reading poetry.
This is so
and
sweet.
It is truly,
and it's prime for bullying and homophobic parents.
And me and this one girl had this. There's this book of poems that was all about insects, and me and her did the bumblebee. There's a bee one, and I was the worker bee, and she was the queen bee, and we'd go back and forth with our stanzas. Yeah.
Well,
we won.
You know the worker bees are all girls, right?
Yeah. Worker
bees are AFAB.
And guess who? And guess what? I worked it.
Yeah, you did. No, I know you did. He's a little orphan too.
Oh God.
Did I tell you the story of him? He was abandoned in a backpack in a fire escape in my building during my birthday.
Jesus.
And I just kept him. I've never had a dog. I didn't even think I liked dogs, but what?
I feel like that's kind of the story of how things. Once you I feel like once you live in the streets at any point in time, this is how you get animals. This is how you get things. This is how, like, I don't ever, everything that I love that I still keep to this very day is just something that was given to me randomly in a situation.
Every piece of art in my house was given to me. I've never bought art ever. No, literally he was abandoned by like someone with homeless shelter paperwork in the bag. So assuming they just felt they couldn't take care of him.
That's fucked up. But
it is fucked up. I have notes on the execution, but ultimately best decision they ever made. But it is funny because again, I was like, I don't even like dogs. I'm not trying to spend more money on anything right now. Why am I so attached to this bitch? And multiple of my friends were like, well, he's white and homeless, just like you. Most people don't have shared trauma with their dog.
Yeah, well, here you are.
And a lot of people see him like, he makes sense for you. And I'm like, okay. I thought I was hiding it a little better than that.
Like, nah.
Yeah,
that little broken freak right there, that's you.
No, literally. But like he's making it work too. But he like looks kind of good. And he looks better because of what's wrong with him. Yeah. That is me. Like to a T. Okay, well, I guess I'm fine being seen and held and understood.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would love to know. I'm like, how did we even like? I think I was just like, do you have any stories? And you were like, yeah, I don't talk to my dad. And I was like, word. Okay. What was sort of the moment for you where you were like, I don't need this bitch in my life?
For me, first of all, like when I got taller than my parents, that definitely helped.
If I'd stuck around long enough, that would have been
when there's
me.
that moment where you look at your parents and you're like, I could beat you up.
Literally. Oh, I'd love to be strong now. I can't wait. Try me. If my dad tried me, I'd kill him with my bare.
And I think
keep going.
Yeah, no, I think he did try me when I was tall enough, and because they were like he was being shitty about me not leaving the house to go hang out with my friends one night when I was like 16, and after that point, I was like, the second I get a chance, I'm gonna tell y'all I'm gay, and then I'm gonna leave this place, and then you're not gonna see me ever again. Like that was like because my goal was like, oh, I'll be a doctor. I'll do all these things. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like y'all don't like, it's like once somebody stopped, when you see your parents figure out that they have a queer child and then decide that they don't care about that. That's when you're like, oh, okay. So we're playing this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, I'm going to plan the best future for myself in the best way for myself. And it's going to be without you. And that's kind of been my MO. Was like, end of the day, it probably benefited me to have, because the amount of people I've seen get trapped in the immigrant family situation was like, I will go to college. I will just become a doctor or a lawyer.
Anything to make them happy.
Whatever will make you happy. But I kind of saw the writings on the wall when I was young, and I was like, and then I was kind of like, and then living in Seattle, and you see all these because it was like these weird ass white kids doing whatever the fuck they wanted, and when you see these kids being queer and weird and fun and artistic, and I think that also kind of opened my eyes to be like, oh, I don't have to be trapped in this. Like even if I don't fucking make it, I know I'll have a good time because I know my friends will take care of me. Like even if there's and then when I ran away, I was like, oh, there's nothing that can happen. My life will not be better in this house, than in this fucking terrible place than me being out in the world and figuring things out for myself.
Like staying in that house was certainly going to be bad. So take a chance.
Yeah.
And see what could be better.
And also my parents taught us resilience. They they taught us all these life skills. Like I'm very resourceful. I'm very I can make a fucking $1 feed me for 3 days.
Even if you used it in a way they maybe didn't expect.
Yeah.
But
in the day, I'm resourceful. I can take care of myself. And it's stupid of me to be because that's kind of what the trap is. They're like, you can stay here and get this kind of care, but it's going to come.
It's such a high cost.
Yeah. It's there's the ointment is in the fire, but I don't want to fucking keep putting my hand in the fire to get the ointment.
Can I just say, how come we both have that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even from a young age, sounds like that was your first reaction, because it was mine too. I almost have guilt sometimes where I'm like, how come other people struggle more with being like, well, fuck y'all?
I just I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm very lucky I have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my parents have it. But they it's and I also had other siblings break away and live their own life. So that's kind of, I wasn't breaking the mold. I was like, oh, I was following the footsteps of 2 other siblings who ran out.
Even as the oldest, you had 2 siblings who sort of...
I'm not the oldest. I'm my dad's oldest son.
Oh, dad's
but
oldest son.
I have 3 older siblings.
I see. Okay. What were they leaving for gay reasons, or what were their
one
sort
of them
of...
was. I have a lesbian sister.
Hey.
R.I.P.
Oh,
and
sorry.
I had another brother. R.I.P. But they both were like, they did gang stuff and drugs, and I was like, I'm gonna run away to L.A. to be a star.
Literally, me and my brother though. My brother's like selling drugs at 11. I was like, I kind of just want to write.
Yeah, like,
kind of just want to like sing and write.
It's
if
like,
you don't mind.
Like for me, like I was like, I'm sitting there like, I want to be free, but I don't want, like, I think there was always a part of me that's like, I don't need to make money in like I'll steal. Like I learned white collar crime first before I learned any other.
Wait,
crime.
what kinds?
Several jobs I worked for where I did bookkeeping, I would take money from.
That's so sick. I should try that. Don't tell Drew I said that. Just kidding. And it was probably easier back then because it's like paper.
Yeah,
just write shit down different.
Like, and for me, it was like, if you leave a job, you leave a job. They're not gonna, like, at the time too. Like, no one's like, all they can do for me last shop is confirm whether or not you work there. And all I did, and I also would just lie. My resume was a full fucking lie.
You have to lie.
It was a blatant, blissful, like there was like, it was just my friends answering their phones.
Yeah.
And I would do the same thing for my friends. Like, that's why my voicemail was always professional. My voicemail has always been professional because I was like,
just in case you're
just being prepared
a friend's referral call. I should update mine now because
no, mine used to say, you reached
the
office of Solomon Georgio, please leave a message.
Not the office.
Yeah.
Not the office. Yeah. That's amazing.
Be prepared.
That's crazy.
But my friends were great. Like I've had multiple friends, but like they were also like, they were just jobs at Macy's. They were jobs at fucking restaurants. Like it was dumb. Like I'm never gonna give them a real reference. What a waste.
What's the risk here? You know?
None.
They're going to put the shirt on the wrong whatever.
Also, for me, like once I realized like it's mostly when interviews like, oh, this is mostly how charming you are. It is 100% about being charming in this interview.
Talk about it.
It's about performing in the moment.
Do they want to see you there every day because you're fun?
Exactly.
Do they want a customer to be like, that person was kind of fun?
Yeah, I should have dove-eyed and ready to work.
Well, and especially like a tall gay man at a Macy's. That's why you go to Macy's.
I look so fancy.
Of course you did.
I look so fancy.
Like you were born to spray perfume at a middle-aged woman with no job.
They were so happy to have me. They're always happy to have me.
Oh
I truly was.
Gosh.
I sat like an empress every time. They were just happy to like. I've always known my prowess. I've always been aware of how charismatic I was as a child, and how like when you know you can pull somebody in, you own the room. And I've always been able to pull people in.
And I don't want to reveal all my little, but yeah. I think whatever it is that we had that made us just know that about ourselves. I'm grateful you had it too. I'm so happy.
Confidence and you know it.
That you could even say fuck you to your parents when you were a teenager. Because you're like, I deserve this.
I sold money in my mom's bank account when I ran away. I went into a bank as a black person with a withdrawal slip from another human being and a written letter saying that I can have access to her account. And they gave me access to her account. And that was full charm.
In Seattle,
Washington. It was an all-white staff. And they went into somebody else's bank account. But yes, it is my mother, but it's still somebody else's bank account and gave me money from it.
That's so tight. That is so
tight. And I truly,
tight.
it was fully all charisma. Like, she's out of town. She has this letter and she told me that she needs, and it's a last minute emergency. It was one of those things like, this seems so questionable. And all you have to do is call one number, which was her phone.
That they have.
Yeah.
That they definitely have.
They're like.
You turned like a bank robbery into white collar in that moment.
Yeah.
You did it white collar style.
I truly am baffled that ever happened.
Does she knows this now?
My mom knows this very well.
Yeah.
And the reason I can talk about it, statute of limitations, and also she didn't press charges.
And you were a minor, right? That's a thing?
Yeah. I was 17.
Yeah.
But again, a 17-year-old walks into the bank.
Upset.
Can I get access to my mother's bank account?
I want to read the autobiographical pilot I know you have. I know you have something good.
I have several.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm like, okay, do I talk about the hobo side? Do I talk about the Burning Man side? Do I talk about the gay mom life coach side? Like, what do I even pick? What is
All of them, honestly.
I have 6 to 8 POVs that could carry an entire limited series. Okay. So so I just love learning this. I'm really trying to think. I'm like, almost everyone I know went through a guilt phase. And I really think you're maybe the first person I met who didn't. And that makes me feel better about myself. Yeah, and Anya's laughing because you know this, because you know.
Well, like, I feel like there's like, I definitely have felt guilt.
Sure.
But I definitely believe that I've put forth the effort helping other people as much as I can. More so than I think I should have. So I feel like.
Do you mean in your family?
In general, in life, like I will help somebody. I will always be the olive branch that I didn't get into a lot of situations to people. So, end of the day, regardless of what asshole things I've done in the past, I'm also like, I will happily apologize to somebody if I've been a shitty person.
Were you never apologized to in your family?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how to say it. We speak 4 languages. I don't think I know it in any of them.
No, so I was like, well, let me become someone who apologizes.
Yeah.
Because I never fucking got that.
I saying I'm sorry and I love you are 2 things that we all had to learn as teenagers in my family.
And like with your friends,
my
like
brother
with
who lives with me now, I think I was like, he was 17, I was 19, and I was walking out of his room and he goes, I love you. I'm like,
you're like, that's a good idea.
That's a thing we should say to each other.
Wait, I like that.
That is that feeling.
That's a good point.
That's back at you.
Good for him. Good for your brother. He lives with you now?
Yes.
Does he talk to your parents?
He's the favorite child.
Oh, I thought that you used to be golden boy.
I was growing up, yes. But he's a pothead that can like he will sit there while my parents talk to him for hours. And I'm not that.
Because you're not blasted enough.
No.
He's
fucking, he's stoned. He's like, tell me a story, craft to tell.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
Someone to listen to them talk.
Well, he's also very inquisitive. He's very like thoughtful. He's very everything that I'm not. And
you're thoughtful.
I'm thoughtful and inquisitive, but not when it comes to my parents.
Okay. So yeah, what was the moment then? How long has it been since you're like firm no contact with your father? You're like low contact with your mom?
Like maybe every 3-4 years. My mom is like once a week, but I can miss a couple weeks with her. They're both my mom is at the age of like, I'm going to die anytime soon. I'm like, okay. And so she's on the verge of tears all the time.
Damn.
On the phone. And look, there's a good chance she might be living with me. Don't tell her that.
Does she know how to access the podcast app?
Here's the thing.
Cut it out.
The one time I say something like this is probably the only time
she'll
finds
go
it.
listen to it. I'd be like, you invited me.
Some random other African will hear this and be like, hey, you're the son. Do you hear what he say?
So was it not like this? Was there like no final straw or any sort of like big moment with your dad where you're like, I'm not doing this anymore?
It's just, it was definitely at a point where I was like, it was a firm, I'm not going to contact him. And now it's just like, it is what it is.
It's continued to just be how it
is. I'm not holding him back. He's not holding me back. If he wants a relationship in any way, shape or form, I'm not going to shut him down. The man is like 80, so he's on his way out. So I can give him if he wants a goodbye of some sorts, I'm not going to deny him that.
Sure, okay. If there was a call and it was like hey, you need to come say bye.
And I'll show up and be like, bye. You were just fine.
And then he does a freaking Charlie in the Chocolate Factory jumps out of the bed and was like, that's all I needed.
Only 2 kids died on your watch.
Oh, not on his watch. Wait, how old?
Just kidding. They didn't. They died older. So.
I mean, we can still blame him.
Yeah.
We could definitely blame him. Were they in Seattle?
My oldest brother was deported at the time, so he was in Ethiopia when he passed. And my sister, she just got into heroin.
Fuck.
She was on the street way longer than me, way longer than both of us combined.
Before you?
Because she got into foster care around 13, 14.
Oh.
And was just in and out of that, and then was on the streets.
And how old were you when she was taken into foster care?
I'm 2 years younger than her, so she was 13, 14, so I was like 11, 10, 11.
How come only she was taken?
So she was taken because of a big fight with my parents, where CPS got involved.
God, they love to get involved, don't they?
And they because we've investigated by CPS several times.
I think about how I talk CPS off the porch, and I'm like, you guys were bad at your jobs.
I've done it several times. Well,
Why did you listen to me?
Yeah, they've came to my place, and once for me, and I was very dismissive, and they eventually left. But being a ward of the state is.
Oh, it was my worst nightmare.
It's far worse than anything, because there's so many there's your abusive family, and then there's the abusive family that you will discover in foster care. And like the best scenario is if you're in a shelter, and there's some really great shelters that are like very like
they have nice social workers.
Yeah, the social workers are usually very great, but the issue is that a lot of the foster care situations, a lot of these temporary home situations are just
collecting
not up to par, collecting a check, hyper religious and scary.
They're obsessed with that.
My sister got in a lot of fights with a lot of foster families, and one time she hit a few people with a frying pan. So respect to her.
I'm just not mad at that.
Oh no, yeah.
They probably had it coming.
Queer. Like we found out she was lesbian when we discovered her girlfriend in my bed.
At what age?
I was like 16, and there was a white girl under my bed. It was terrifying.
Were they more mad it was a girl or that it was a white girl?
I was the one that discovered her. Like my parents were very like, my sister was doing heroin, so my parents were like, "Gay, stop doing drugs."
This and then they're like, Seattle.
And then she's like also on drugs and pregnant, and then they're like, "Gay, okay, that's."
But your gay sister got pregnant?
Yeah, well, she was selling drugs and like being on the street, so that means she also sold her body. So.
Oh no. Did the baby happen?
My niece is just turned 28, and I have a grandniece, and they live in DC.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, Zanta, which means surprise in our language. Because that's how we felt.
Is that a common name?
No.
Okay.
No, she really was generally named Surprise.
This
my
really
sister wanted to name her
just...
Oasis after her favorite band.
Oh
and
yeah.
And we're like, no. So we named her Zanta, spelled XH.
It's a
and her
good
middle name's
name.
Oasis.
That's a beautiful name. Yeah. It suits everything. It suits her background in every way.
She's very sweet. Very like her but also like she was raised by my mom, so she didn't know her mom. Her sister, my sister was her mom until I think she was like 10, and she's like, oh, the story.
Wait. She thought your mom was her mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why do people do that? Why do they do the reveal later in life? It's so much more work, it feels like.
It's one of those, like my sister was like just because it sucks because with heroin you get sort of trapped in this mental state forever where she just was on the streets with the worst girlfriend, and they were just being terrors, and so like it just made it easy for my mom to be like, this is your sister.
Okay.
And then it's sort of like, but like every child, it does 2 and 2 together. It's just, it's easier for a young kid, a toddler especially, like that dynamic is hard to explain.
And it probably feels more stable. You're providing a more stable story.
Yeah, my mom is crazy and abusive.
But she's there.
She gave my poor niece one child the attention of 7 children, which is not fun. So my niece like narrates her life because she thinks you're gonna question her a million times. So she's like,
no,
I'm gonna do all like she's like I'm gonna do this and this and this. I'm like,
you're clocking the trauma response because you know who raised her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, girl, you can do everything in that list without telling me, because no one's gonna stop you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
For providing.
Well,
that.
no, my brother's great at like being there for her because my mom is.
Like that.
I was a residual, like, hey, what's up? You good? I'm not gonna stay here.
The forgotten oldest, right? Got you.
Like, hi, you all right? Well, I'm gonna leave. Good luck with this lady.
Name of ep.
Yeah.
Good luck with this lady.
Good luck with this lady.
We have like 4. We have like 4 I've been clocking. We have just one. You could say segment. And I put this in the little event description. I don't know if you saw it. It can be silly. It can be serious. What's like one thing you would go no contact with?
One thing no contact with for the rest of my life?
So it could be like someone said, what was the last? Oh, someone just said incels. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I truly, honestly.
Someone said Funko Pops once.
Just want to say arguing on the internet. If I can I feel like I've fallen into that trap. I want to no contact that. I feel like it's the most. It's like even if you're right, it's still not even worth it because no one's mind was changed. No one's life became better. You didn't fix anything in this world. Like we are still in like the worst political situation possible, but yet we're yelling at strangers into this void, and some of them are just bots. And it's like, it's like you gotta breathe deep and just be like, what am I mad about? Because like I feel like now people are like thriving to live in the comments section, and I'm like, and I was falling into that. I'm like, this isn't worth it.
Yeah,
this is not the life to live.
Yeah.
You can't like, because you're getting your social the social needs that you need as a person through arguing in a comment section or through saying something funny in the comment section because you get like these little accolades because likes and blah blah blah, but like it's not gonna feel as good as a hug from your friend.
Okay, go hug a friend.
It's not gonna feel as good as arguing even with somebody you know in real life.
Something like, about comments, this needs to be studied. It puts people on like edge in a way I don't understand. Like I've literally agreed with someone and then they've fought back at me and called me a weirdo and like gay slurs, and I've been like, I was agreeing with you, and they went, oh, my bad. Yeah, they just can't even tell.
I think it's because they're trying to get off whatever tension they have in their real life in the internet. I'm like, do it in real life. Argue in real life. I feel like be confrontational in real life.
Be confrontational.
Like that, it saves me so many headaches that nobody in this world that I don't like doesn't know I don't like them. Point blank period. If I don't like the person, they know that I don't like them.
And you know what? If you think I don't like you, double check with me because I think I have the opposite problem. I think a lot of people think I don't like them, and we're good.
I don't like them that I actually don't even think about. Yeah, but guess what? Yeah. I'd rather they think that I don't like them. Because what? You're not stressing me out.
Mm-hmm. What other people think of me is none of my business, RuPaul.
I'm honestly, whatever I think of myself is none of my business. I'm going even further.
You're in no contact with yourself.
Yeah.
That's so huge.
With the opinions of me?
Mm-hmm. I do often think that I am wrong. And I'll just leave it at that.
Like, I don't mind being wrong.
Yeah.
Being wrong is fine.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I just don't want to waste time.
Yes. And honesty saves everybody time.
Like if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
There we go.
But
and then if you accept that you're wrong, you can be right immediately. You correct it, and then you're not wrong anymore.
But no, I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah.
But also I'm happy to never ever correct it with the person that I'm wrong with. I'm like,
depending who it is.
I'll be there like, I guess I'm wrong.
Why are we such secure ass bitches, Solomon? It is a blessing. People hate it, but it is a blessing.
Our cortisol levels low, and liking yourself is very helpful.
It's helpful. It's helpful.
You get less stressed out when you don't put so much weight on your own shoulders.
Talk about it.
Life does that for you.
You
might as well not. I don't add things to the shit that life gives me.
I always say I don't work for my enemies.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why am I doing the work? Mm-hmm. That's why I don't feel jealous. Because what am I doing? I'm making myself upset.
Every time I'm jealous, I'm immediately inspired instead.
Yeah, for me, like,
well, maybe I should do that. Or maybe I can do that.
The whole narrative shouldn't be happening in my head.
Think about it.
The whole narrative can't be happening in my head.
If it's happening in your head, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Then what are you gonna do?
Because I'm being a lunatic over here, fucking falling apart over, and the person just standing there going like, "What's going on?" So
no contact with jealousy and comparison. Also, okay, you mostly said it, but that's mine for the week.
Let's do it.
But that's mine too.
I like that.
I like that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
This was so great. I really appreciate it.
No call, no text, no contact.